Hello Aquarius and welcome to your August reading. So, what Spirit wanted to talk about for you this month. The first card that came out, two cards came out together. I have the Devil and the Ace of Wands. So that's a brand new passion, a will, something with desire, something that comes from heaven, that is offered by the universe for us to grab and do something with it. But there's the devil with it. So either this can be something very passionate, or maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn, of course, or maybe something is preventing you from grabbing that wand because of a binding situation. It can be thoughts, belief, something that is holding you back, that prevents you from grabbing that wand. The second card that came, three cards together, I have the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So you see here, this is like holding on to the energy of the Five of Pentacles, that either we don't have enough, we are not enough, something preventing us from going inside, which could be the devil in our lives. And the devil in our lives, it's that part of ourselves that is preventing us to be in total abundance and luminous state of consciousness. It's something that puts us downward. So there and here, probably it's you not taking the wand because you're hanging on so much to this energy. After that, I have the Lovers and the King of Swords, which is very good because you see the King of Swords will make decisions, because the Lovers in that case, unless you're dealing with a Gemini, it's a decision, the Lovers. It's a decision inspired by our higher self, by the part of us that looks to the heavens, looks at the angel. And with the King of Swords, it's a clear-cut decision that is not influenced by emotions or whatever. And the Lovers is kind of the opposite card of the devil in many senses, because one makes us take decisions that keep us low, and the other makes us take decisions that are inspired and rises us. So in a way, I think this month you will face your demon. You will face the mentality of lack, of either lack, or you not having enough, or you not being enough. What is you preventing you from actually receiving and grabbing opportunities and abundance in your life? How it's gonna come up during the month. Here, the first two cards that came together, I have the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So that's being self-sufficient in every level, financially, being strong and independent. With the Ten of Cups, tens are end of a cycle. So this can say that what you've experienced until now with yourself and how you've built yourself, you've attained that glass ceiling of the capacity of emotional satisfaction you can have. We go through many Tens of Cups in our lives. The Ten of Cup when you were a teenager is not the same Ten of Cup as when you were in your 20s, and so on. Because every time you rise, we get a new way of feeling emotional satisfaction with the state of our consciousness is equal to the capacity of happiness and enlightened emotions we can live. So here it's like if you have attained by yourself that ceiling, which after gives you this feeling of what next? I don't know what to do next. I feel stuck. I feel binded. It's kind of a position where you feel like you have to move, you have to do something, but all those thoughts and those beliefs in your mind are blocking you. So it's a limit that is not physical, it's a limit that is mental. After that, I have the Page of Swords, Princess in this case. So there's a truth, an understanding that you're gathering, that you want to learn, you want to inquisite, you want to go forward on that path. After that, the Princess of Pentacle. So 2 pages. So these are like 2 beginnings, the first steps into something, the first steps into a truth, the first steps into something solid and concrete. And there you are, 6 of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. This is under the 8 of Swords and that 4 and 5 of Pentacle. So we can see movement happening here. And there the 2 last cards, there they are, the Tower and the 2 of Swords. This is an inner decision, and here something is crumbling. One false belief, the one that were probably holding you back from grabbing that wand because of that lack mentality that you were holding on to, is going to crumble. Bottom of the deck, I have the Fool. So we're talking about a leap of faith, getting out of a situation into a new one, even if we don't know what it looks like, but we have faith that the universe is going to support us in that process. Let's clarify. For you, Aquarius, I call upon Spirit, I call upon the light, I call upon my guides. Let me give a clear reading for Aquarius in the month of August. Clarify these cards. Seeing clearly the process. Okay, show me that Ace of Wands. Show me that Ace of Wands. What was that thing? A new passion, a new way of moving forwards. Something that has great capacity in emotional fulfillment here. 10 of Cups. Show me the Devil. And what is the Devil? Why is the Devil there? Look, that's a bit too much. Okay. So the Devil. I have the 4 of Cups. In a way, you're not really believing in it, even if it could bring you a lot of happiness. You look only at what you know. And one of the great powers of the Devil is making you believe that what you've experienced until now is the only reality possible. And so that's why our soul is yearning for more and knows there's more. But the Devil can speak to our ego and making us believe that there's nothing more. So there's that hole happening inside of us, that dis-ease happening inside of us. It's acting on your incapacity to see one more cup. See the other level of happiness there. Because here, this is what you've experienced. 5 of Swords. Maybe people one up on you, or you felt betrayed in the past, or you felt like people were out for themselves, so therefore you have to be like a survivor mode, or not trusting or whatever, and this is your truth, and you're kind of going with it with passion, and that's what you're expressing from a disbelief that it can be more pure, more beautiful, and that this is your reality. That's the power of the devil on you. He makes you believe this and act like that, because this is an action card. Show me the Four of Pentacles. What are you holding on to? It came out with the Five of Pentacles. 4-5. I have the Four of Swords. So even if that new passion is coming, you're retracting yourself, thinking of all the times you've been hurt in the past and trying to understand it, but holding on to that Five of Pentacles. What is that Five of Pentacles? You could be feeling left out in the cold, or making people feel left out in the cold. Sometimes when we think we don't have enough or we are not enough, we are retracting ourselves, therefore making others feel the way we feel. So if we are afraid to be abandoned, we abandon before we get abandoned. So there's that retraction. But here I have the Queen of Swords. So those pains, those disappointments that you had in the past there, with the Queen of Swords, you might be cutting people out. Here I have the Five of Pentacles again. The Five of Pentacles. So if you communicate from a space of the Five of Pentacles, you will cut people out before they might hurt you, before they might make you live what you've lived before in the past, because that you think that that is the reality. But there's a need to really, in your Four of Swords here, really understand where these pains came from, so you can transform it into wisdom and still be welcoming what the universe can bring to you with the Sword of Truth and Wisdom in front of you. Show me the Lovers. Maybe this was a relationship, a possible relationship, passionate relationship. The Lovers. Show me the Lovers. Do you want to talk about the Lovers? Spirit. Do you want to talk about it now? Okay, do you want to talk about the King of Swords? The Pope. So, King of Swords will take a decision that is based on discernment with the Pope here, that is based on engagement, that is based on the right thing to do. Here that decision will be, you will embody this. King of Swords is you, Aquarius. So you will embody a decision, clear-minded decision that is based on discernment and engagement. Engagement towards ourselves, engagement towards our life, to our happiness, to what is right. Show me Nine of Pentacles. That would be you also, the independent you. good. I have strength and I have the Ace of Sword. So here, by having the Queen of Sword, King of Sword, there's that understanding that comes to you. So here we have the Ace of Sword, communication that is asking you to be strong. That means that is asking you not to speak from the lion, from our animalistic side, from our ego, your ego that is stuck with those 5 of Pentacle and the devil here, and not believing that it can be different. Not speaking from that, because the ego is that machine that we have inside of us that has the memory of everything we've lived, and that will advise us with that knowledge. So if something comes along and you were hurt before, it's gonna tell you no, bite their head off, because this is the experience I've had, this is the programming I've had since many years based on what you've lived, and I'm telling you no. But here is your higher self, your soul that knows better, and here your soul is gonna communicate to you that truth coming from the divine, that understanding about the limit of happiness you have reached. Probably that you are ready to get that Ace of Cups. When you listen to your intuition, you probably know about it. When you listen to your higher self, you probably know that. 8 of Swords. Eight of Swords for Aquarius. Why is the 8 of Swords here? Knight of Cups. You don't know how to offer your heart or receive a cup, a new cup. You're stuck. Maybe that was an offer of love. I have the Page of Cups here. A passionate love. But here you're feeling stuck because you don't know how to present it, or you don't know how to receive it. Princess of Swords. Okay. So, Princess of Sword here. So she has that sword in her hand, and that truth says, leave your whole baggage behind you. Go into that quest inside of you to know, because at that point that guy knows that there is an extra cup there in the world for him. And there it is, that extra cup of love. So there's that understanding there that is going to happen. It is under the King of Swords and the Pope. So by using your higher wisdom, your higher discernment, you can acknowledge that what you've lived until now is not the only reality that there is. And there is another cup out there for you. And you're going to accept to open yourself to go and get it. And it will be there for you. That Ace of Cups was right there for you. Princess of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords again. So by understanding that, maybe you're going to be able to communicate an offering that is solid. Pentacles that can be seen, felt, smelled, tasted. Here, with your discernment. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Sword, 6 of Sword, Page of Pentacle again. That decision is going to be able for you to move to calmer waters. See that page, that pentacle coming in with the King of Swords. Either you're doing it or you're receiving it, but there's that movement there. Show me the Tower. Why is the Tower there? Why is the Tower? Okay, talk to me about Magician. Your capacity to manifest. The Magician, he mastered all of the elements. So that means his cup is whole and can receive. He is grounded. He is in the truth. He does not believe a lie. And his willpower, the one here, is aligned with the universe, with his higher self. Here, your higher self that was, see the same symbol, your higher self that was telling you a truth here. So that's how he can manifest. If you believe the lie before, a lie in the sense of believing you're not enough, believing that relationships that you've lived until now were the maximum happiness you could get and there's nothing else for you. You're, you know, whatever, that lie you bought based on the experiences you had, in order to manifest from our higher place, that sword has to be a sword of truth. So this being the Tower means that whatever was a lie will crumble to give you back your power. Because if you're acting based on a lie or based on the belief that there's no cups, everything you're going to create is going to crumble. The universe is going to make it crumble because it doesn't have the good foundation. And the good foundation is a healthy sword, a healthy cup, a healthy pentacle, and a healthy wand, where we are all aligned in rising ourselves from within. And instead of trying to build things outside to compensate a lack mentality or to protect ourselves from being betrayed or whatever, that will always be crumbled. Give me another card. So it's an inner decision. Two of Swords. She has two swords, but you need one truth. One of those truths was what was with the devil here. And here we're manifesting the Empress, the Magician and the Empress. Your capacity to love unconditionally, to be loved unconditionally, to create, to be inspired. Your feminine side, divine feminine side that is inspired by the stars. She has all the zodiac in her crown here. So that wholeness. And here's the Ace of Pentacles. So that's the decision you need to take inside of you. Do you want to talk about the Lovers now? The Sun. Yeah, light is going to be shone on that, and it is Leo season, you know. So, and that's a card of Leo. So that decision will be enlightened and will be inspired to see clearly what was brought from the divine for you. Whatever it is, whether it's an opportunity of work, but it's something that would bring you passion. but when you received it, it hit your space of the devil first. Devil being thinking that truth, that there's something crooked in there, they're gonna one up on you, you're gonna finish being hurt. And by retracting yourself and thinking about it, trying to find the truth, you will see that you were holding on to that lack mentality, that you are not enough, or that you don't have what it takes to get in that temple and to receive nourishment, abundance, and love. So that decision with that clear head of discernment and the light being shone on it will make you see things clearly, and how you were limiting yourself on your capacity to offer or to receive a cup of what you would bring towards you, maybe not even accepting what was coming towards you. And with that understanding, you're gonna leave your old baggage behind and understand that there is a new cup for you. And then that's why you're moving to calmer waters, because you're bringing this, and by doing that, your false belief will crumble, and you'll be able to go back into your power of creating, and being able to have this feminine side inside of you, your divine feminine, that can love unconditionally and receive love unconditionally, because she knows she deserves it. It's obvious for the Empress. There's no doubt about it. And there you go, on a brand new adventure. Show me that brand new adventure, Spirit. After they realize that with the Tower. The Tower is not always negative. It will only crumble something that was not meant to be, or that at one point would hold you back. Well, that brand new adventure is a connection. Maybe something that was a long time coming, that you assessed for a long time, and that can be soulmate, can come from your past or something like that. It can be children for you also. You know, this is like healing, a big healing happening here. And that's your new adventure. So the Tower, when our house burns down, it's not the Tower, it's something else. The divine would not destroy your house just to destroy your house. It is something else that is happening. The Tower is there to readjust us on our path when we received signs, we received intuitions, the truth was shown to us many times, and we decided to stay and to stick in it until one point that's when the universe will destroy it. So it is going to destroy that mentality, that thought, that belief that you bought by being under the devil here. That was his power on you, making you believe that relationships, in this case, because that's what is happening, and that can be a love relationship, but it can be a relationship with your children, with your friends, with your parents, with co-workers, the way that you interact with others, that you can give and receive emotions on another level. And that is what is being readjusted for you, Aquarius. So, the Tower brings down the devil. And see, here, again, the Fool. It's going to propulse you on a whole new cycle. On this, I would like to thank you very much for all the shares, subscribes, and comments. I read all of them. And thank you to the people that donated for the roof I have to redo this summer on my house. I do a special meditation to give you back energetically. It's my way to thank you. Every week I do that. And private readings, the link is below. And I'm going to wish you a beautiful month of August, and let it happen. Let that lie dissolve for your betterment, and so that you can have a beautiful, beautiful new cycle with real connections. All right? Namaste. See you next month. Bye-bye.